Cod, Cod Daddy's in the building, broadcasting live from a few parts unknown. Joining me, as always, on the sticks. He's that bad dad of Cod. You might know him as Muscle V. You might know him as your king of Cod. But we know him as Dixie.
Yo, yo.
And our executive producer, the man that shirts have forgotten. He is the Pants Man.
Yo, yo.
And
Whoa,
you can feel
I have offense to that.
Why you are a fence? What does that mean?
I have offense to that. You stole my line.
I didn't steal it. I improved upon it.
And you can feel free to ask me anything, for I am Jeeves, and I welcome you to another edition of Call of Daddy 2. Tonight, we helpfully can help escort you through the crazy world of Halloween. But before we go trick-or-treating, Muscle V, what happened last time?
Last time on Cot Daddies, our heroes once again held a drinking episode with first-time guest Two Pops joining the battle. Two Pops was revealed as a villain and a fifth mic. Now Two Pops battle to convince the heroes otherwise. Is he a villain or a hero? We may never know.
Find out next week.
On to the main event. The heroes were tasked to create the best cult. As per usual, the heroes had some unique ideas. With Pantsman having the highest score, you would have thought he would have won. Wrong. Boo won in dominating fashion with the highest adjusted score. As the heroes continued on with Lust, the score stands as follows, with Muscle V at 28 and Jeeves at 27. After Two Pops explained to the heroes how streaming works, do you think they took his advice? Are they better streamers now? You'll have to watch to find out.
Are you done?
Yeah, that was it.
What about the
Can
scores?
I just jump in real quick?
What about
to
the
say,
scores?
I said the scores.
Well, I stopped listening then, apparently.
That's on you.
Can I just say? Obviously, we've taken the advice. This is great. This is great radio.
I think, yeah. Well, we'll get into. We're not going to see him tonight. We did hire him on, I think, as an intern. I think he's also the head of our IT department now. And in classic,
we would put an intern in charge of IT.
Absolutely, and in classic intern fashion, I guess because he's mad we didn't pay him yet. He's no show, no call the first night. So.
I do also want to point out that I haven't seen any work done on any of our tech stuff. So
that sounds like an intern.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we'll get to see him next week. We should. Clearly, he's vile and villainous, and yeah, I think I submitted a ticket about 6 days ago. Still haven't heard anything back on it yet. So,
can we make him an
typical.
extern? Is an extern worse than an intern? I don't really know what an extern is.
I think that's someone who externally, like, it's someone who works on the building that you work in. So he would work on like the windows.
That's perfect. Window cleaner. That's his new title.
That is fitting. Me and Two Pops were in a paint crew once. He got me hired as a very dodgy paint crew.
I remember that job.
Yeah, I almost died.
Yeah, you were not built for that job.
I was not. Neither was he. But we'll get into that another night when he's here. I did not mention on the top, we are doing another drink along episode tonight. We've shifted them mostly to Thursdays for season 3.
Also, they're the only shows that we do now.
Yeah, but season 2 we were doing Wednesdays. Now we're doing Thursdays to help mix up the drinking night for our audience. We don't want them to get confused. We don't have the sharpest fans. But before we get into any more, Pantsman, good point. Why don't you remind us of the rules for the evening?
Rule 1. If you get a kill, you drink. Rule 2. If you don't get any kills, you drink.
What do you think you're doing?
3.
What voice are you doing?
This is the rules voice.
No. Oh, as of today?
I've always done this voice. This is a consistent thing I've done.
You've always done
Rule 3. If we give away any personal information, it's a drink. Rule 4. If you call somebody by a name that isn't their name, or you forget their name. That's a drink. Rule 5. If you hear a number, you drink.
If you hear a number, did you say a number?
Yeah. Rule 6. Drink.
Oh no, take a drink.
I
like that. I'm good with that.
Rule 7: if Thursday Night Football is bad,
Drink.
Oh yeah, drink for that.
I actually don't know if it's bad or not, but I'm guessing it is.
Okay.
I
am shooting a guy in the back of the head while in his car.
What?
He killed me.
I'm sorry. You were shooting him in the back of the head, and he killed you?
It was an armored vehicle, and
we need to drink for this. We need to drink for this.
We could drink for that. That's fair. Oh, thank you for the rules, Pants Man. I'm sorry to our viewers who can't see me because I'm not the one on screen, but I just botched a major drink for us. So apologies. I'll have to get us back the rest of the evening. But yeah, we are doing a drink along as always for season 3 on Thursdays, except for that one time, and let's be honest, probably some others in the future. So with that, what are you guys drinking tonight? What do you got, Muscle V?
I am still drinking Coronas.
Boo. You know it's like deep October now. Like this is getting unsettling.
We're gonna go through a lot of them this weekend for Halloween.
Got a kill. Should we get into that now? Should we catch up with it later? What do you mean you're gonna drink a lot for Halloween?
Going to a Halloween party.
And are you going as a beach bum? What are you?
No.
Why have you already planned to bring Corona to a Halloween party?
That's what I have. Why'd I bring something else? I'm not gonna go out and buy additional things.
Why do you have so much Corona?
We bought a big pack of Corona.
When?
I'm more interested in the party aspect. So you're going
you're going to a place with people?
This is a genuine question. You're going to a Halloween party this weekend. Is it you and Trixie or just you?
Both of us.
Fair
yes.
question.
Okay. Are you getting a sitter?
Taking him to my mom.
An incredible amount of offense was with that question.
And
you're ready to be very mad.
How dare you?
Well,
you're going
question,
out into the public.
Are you planning we're gonna be wasted and like really drink it up that night, or is it gonna be like we'll have a couple beers and have be home in time to put the kid to bed?
Well, the benefit of having Trixie with me is that I can be very, very intoxicated.
I was gonna say Trixie generally doesn't get that way anyway.
That's true.
She has, but like that's not her MO.
Truth.
It is also my friend's party, so it'll be.
Oh, good. So she'll have a horrible time while you get slammerized.
No.
By the way, my brother and his wife, they have a kind of standing agreement that if it's something on his side of the family or his friend group that they're going to, he gets to drink, she has to drive, and vice versa. But she has more like drinking events in her life. Like her friends are more likely to drink, and her family, I think, are more likely to drink.
So she arranged the deal.
So she
rigged it.
When my parents had their 40th anniversary, he was so excited because he finally like got his turn to get drunk.
I hope so bad he suggested it, and then she's like, "Yeah, okay, sure."
He honestly might have. And here's the best part is that they ultimately decided to stay in my parents' RV that night, and the kids went to the other grandparents' house. So literally, she didn't have to stop herself. Like she got to drink anyway.
Oh, the ultimate win.
This is actually I don't know if you guys remember Pants. She was never on the show, but she was mentioned. This is actually.
Pants. I was going to ask, was it a friend of the show?
Yeah, it was Pants.
Pants is back in season 1, one of our favorite people that we never met.
Kill. Yeah.
Take a drink.
Pants, Lil Dub.
Take another drink because of the number 1.
And others.
So
it's going to be Pants, Lil Dub, and others.
You should definitely get Pants on the show. I have a bazillion questions for her.
Okay.
From her.
I don't know if I have any from her. I'd be thrilled too. She sounds great.
I think bazillion's a number, right? I think I get a drink for that one too.
Is it? Let's take a drink anyway. But I don't. I'm gonna challenge that one.
I'm gonna say.
Look it up.
Sorry, what am I looking at?
Is bazillion a number?
All right. Well, quick ask Jeeves search away.
Ask Jeeves says no. What does any other database say?
Oh, you mean the better ones?
A
No.
bazillion is an unspecified and exaggerated number.
So
Huh?
it's a number.
It's not a number. It's a made up word that sounds like a number.
It's in the ballpark of a number. But yeah, go back, check out. I think it was episode 3 we interviewed Lil Dub. Maybe 2 even.
I think it was 2.
Great episode though. You get some real insight into what we hoped would be Muscle V, and instead was just how Lil Dub got trashed all the time.
So Lil Dub was episode 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that was the second episode ever. And I will also say I'm fairly confident that was, for whatever reason, I really wish I could remember why, but that was my least engaged episode ever. I just was like completely checked out that entire episode.
Yeah, I think you were still getting used to the late night show. And at some point I checked in, it was like, hey man, are you even still here? And you're like, yeah, I was just zoning super hard. Which she was telling like some crazy stories too. You would have been super into it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I could always go back and listen, but I won't.
Oh, I would.
But you should, dear listener.
It is a good episode. We should try. You should definitely get Lil Dub back on. I know Pants might be tough. She kind of sounds like she doesn't know what technology is, but
Yeah.
you should definitely get Lil Dub back. She would not recognize this show at all.
With our success, right?
Yes, with all of our fan base, we're in double digit subscribe. Now's the time to jump on.
Yep.
Little Dub can see our double did.
That was a okay attempt at nothing. Take a drink for that.
Terrible. One of my worst. And I've had some doozies.
Yeah, you've had some stinkers, but that's okay. You're trying. You said you'll never put your best foot forward, but you put your second best foot forward sometimes.
I'm going to zone out of this episode too, aren't I?
Yeah, just wait till we get to the main segment. It's gonna be madness.
Oh dear.
Yeah, if you're already zoning out of this one, just hit pause now. Go check out last episode. It was a ton of fun. I think it was actually my favorite episode we've ever done.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah,
I really
the listen
enjoyed
back
it.
was
But
really good.
in the moment, I wasn't sure if the episode itself was any good or if it was just really good for us to learn all the things we didn't know about our own show.
Even if you skip the quote unquote TV timeout, it's still a very good show. So yeah, go back, check it out. But
Do it.
tonight, let's keep our focus here. We've been inching towards it episode to episode, but we are right on the doorstep of Halloween. Certainly for us, we will not have another show until at least after it. What's your guys' enthusiasm for Halloween this year, specifically this year? Because this is a very interesting one, I think.
May I ask
Okay,
why?
before we answer,
Yes.
I'm going to want to know, why is this year
Yeah.
specifically so interesting?
Well, if you think about what the last 2 years has been in regards to COVID and all of the lockdown procedures, obviously we're not through COVID yet. We're seeing another one kind of surge up. But at this point, 3 years in, everyone knows exactly what COVID is, how it works. I think everyone's pretty much comfortable getting back out into the world, which wasn't the case last year, if you remember it. We were just hitting a surge again. Actually, I think we might have been in a surge right before the bad surge in Thanksgiving. But this year specifically, I kind of assumed everyone would be amped for it, and I'm not getting that vibe. So I don't know about you guys.
Well, before I answer, I just want to say that Mr. Carthus or Mrs. Or non-binary Carthus has commented with a emoji of a ghost eating popcorn. So that's not really a question. We'd prefer, Carthus, that you ask us a question.
We
But
do love
I'm glad
questions.
you're chiming in with some popcorn because it is delicious.
Is it a ghost or is it like an old man? It looks like an old man.
You know, it looks like an old man. I think it looks like a ghost.
How would you know? How do you know it's a ghost?
Why would it be an old man? It's just two eyes and a perfectly round, like, head. Like,
Yeah, it looks like a bald man.
oh shit, Daddy Elon's back, and he's got some Frankenstein monster dancing.
There you go. Now we have a ghost.
Yeah, Carthusis is responding with a crying ghost, and this ghost is very clearly a ghost.
Yeah.
So I think he's confirming that I was right the first time and it was a ghost, and
No,
you're wrong.
he's confirming you
Muscle
were
be.
wrong. This ghost is clearly a different shade.
Daddy
Agree
Elon,
to disagree.
our living nightmare, welcome back. If you got questions, please pop it into the chat. Of course, apparently we're supposed to use the chat. Apparently that's good for our viewership to get it up. We still don't know how that works. We'll have to get Two Pops back on to yell at us. But until then, chat, I guess. We do really like questions. But if you got a comment, apparently that's not the worst thing. And apparently our guys will narrate the comments real time. So apparently you've figured out how to watch the stream, Pants Man. Even though that's been your job since day one.
Look, we're talking about Halloween, man. Halloween time.
Oh, you're locked in?
So I'll go first. I will say, and I'm excited to hear both of your answers. What?
I get what you're... Okay. All right.
What the fuck? I'm answering your stupid question. What's your problem?
It's a good question. It's objectively a good question.
I am saying that I'm excited to hear both of your answers because I imagine you both having young but starting to get slightly older kids is going to be a part of your Halloween. But in my case,
forevermore,
childless and alone, I'm excited this year because you know that I love the dressing up. I love putting on a costume. I love making a costume. I love being creative in that way.
You were dressed up today. No reason.
I was. So I had to go into the office today, and they were doing a little costume contest. Now, I will admit that I did not win, but that's just because
I really wish you didn't dress up for a contest, that you just did that because you're zany. You're like, it's Thursday,
I've done that in the past
bored.
because my old office, they never did anything for Halloween. Nobody dressed up. And I went one year as Mr. Rogers, which was like, I could get away with it as basically work clothes, but I also was very clearly...
That's not a huge stretch for your day-to-day look. Like, obviously, you're aging up, but like, it's not that crazy.
Right. Yeah, but it was very identifiable. People could look at it and guess I was in a costume and that I was doing Mr. Rogers. Now, this year, I had not made any plans to do any costume. And in fact, the last few years, because of COVID, I haven't really done anything for Halloween and haven't, had a reason to dress up. So I haven't. And I kind of thought this year was going to go by again without any kind of chance to put on a costume. But then we were talking at work about like what people were going to do. And one of my coworkers said that she had all these little headbands that you could put on their like ears, cat ears or cheetah ears or whatever, just little animal ears that she could bring in and everybody could have like a little, kind of lazy ass costume in that way. And I said, do you have rabbit ears? And she goes, let me think. I don't think I do. And I was like, you know what? I can buy rabbit ears. That won't be very expensive. That won't take much. And my idea, I don't know what made me think of it other than she mentioned animal ears.
It sounds like you thought of it immediately.
Well, I knew that I had this costume left over for Mr. It's not even really a costume. It's just clothes that I have for Mr. Rogers. And I thought I could put on bunny ears and turn it into what I've always wanted to do, but have never come up with an idea for, which is a mashup costume where you're actually two things combined. So this was going to be Mr. Rogers Rabbit. And it's literally just Mr. Rogers, but then on top is bunny ears. And I added some little red felt to get the because he has Roger Rabbit has like a sprout of red hair on his head for some reason. So I added that, and I was so proud of it. I was so excited. And it was simple, it was easy. It didn't take a lot of time or energy, but I was just so glad to have a costume. And so that was fun.
I do.
The main reason,
because we get to see your picture. I think it's a good costume. First of all, mashup is always a fun idea, but usually the execution is super annoying. Like this was a pretty low effort mashup, which I think is good. I think that's the way to go with mashups. If it's like a high concept mashup, it's super annoying.
Yeah, and this is definitely a costume that every time I interact with anybody had to say what it was. Like it wasn't one where everybody was like,
but once you hear it, you are hyped. You're like,
that's the thing, okay. like this, and I think that's true with most mashups. Most of the time, if it's a mashup costume, you're not going to like instantly know it because it's two completely different things thrown together. So you're like, what exactly are you supposed to be? You seem like a confusing thing. But when you say Mr. Roger Rabbit, they're like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
I did flag your hair though. That still looks just like a tie to me up top. That does
The
not look like
hair,
hair.
I will not claim the hair was a high quality job, but I thought that when I looked at the picture of Roger Rabbit, I thought, I'm already not doing any other element of that character. I'm not doing the clothes. I'm not doing the like face with the whiskers and the red nose. Not doing any of that. So at the very least, I happen to have some red felt in my house. I can
What?
make a quick. Don't ask.
Should
Don't
we?
ask that
Should we?
question.
Okay.
You don't
Okay.
need to know why. It's a private matter between me and my God.
All right.
And so I was like, this would be a quick and easy thing to just throw some red on, and it doesn't look great, but it's good enough to make it specifically Roger Rabbit and not just any rabbit.
Yeah. Okay. I will say once you said it, I was like, that thing looks nothing like hair. And then when I Googled a picture of Roger Rabbit, you were closer than it should be.
Yes.
It was pretty lazily animated, I would say.
Yes. Now, the main reason, though, not to hog this whole segment, but the main reason, I know we need to stretch for time, so I'm not worried about it. The main reason...
We don't necessarily need to stretch for time.
I do think we need a drink, though, because Pantsman's been talking forever.
Yes.
That wasn't a rule for tonight, so are we adding that late?
That's just a standing rule, whether we're drinking or not.
Well, I didn't hear you say it, so... So yeah, add that now. If Boo would get mad at what you're saying, take a drink, like right now.
Yeah, basically. So yeah, the main reason I'm excited is my boyfriend is coming to town this weekend, and so we're going to see each other and have some good fun times. I don't know if we're going to dress up or not. We might.
You're not hyped for Halloween. You're just hyped because he's showing up.
Yes, but I've put together a big list of fun Halloween things for us to do.
We might have to come back to that list because I think I can't imagine what a big list of Halloween activities is for two adults.
It's mostly just things that are seasonal. Now we've got some questions amazingly coming through. Carthus is hitting us up hot with questions. First one is, how many of you are there tonight? There's 3 of us. It's a light episode. We've only got the 3 mains. No special guests tonight. Or will there be some surprise guests later? It's called a tease. Now, the next question.
There actually maybe, just for your heads up.
How many days is he staying? Well, unfortunately, he has a full-time job. So he is here basically from late Friday night until Sunday afternoon. Next question.
I was going to say too much admin.
How many hours / days roughly? This is getting really specific. Oh, and then he goes on, or minutes, seconds. That's a lot of math. I'm not a math guy, but I'll leave that to Muscle V to tell us the hours and minutes.
Oh my God,
12.
Please do the quick math.
12.
12 what? You gonna add units to that, or what are you doing?
No, we don't need units. We don't use units.
Yeah, we don't need units. This is
I'll add 12.
Halloween.
There will be 12.
Yeah, just imagine the units, you son of a... Do some work on your end, Jesus. He already did the calculations. Do you know how hard that was for him?
I mean, it didn't seem hard. He came out with it pretty quick.
Wow.
Well, it's quick math.
It's quick math. Obviously.
I'll tell you what, when you don't use units, the math is always pretty quick.
No. We didn't check it. I somehow got very derailed. What are you drinking tonight?
By the way, we
Not
did
you.
say...
You know what? Before we move on, we've been called out, and he was right to, or they were right to do it. Carthus says you said different numbers roughly 5 times during that drink.
Yeah, take 5 hearty swigs. And what are you taking swigs of, Pantsman?
Well, as we've discussed, it is the spooky season. It is
That's right.
Halloween times. You've got to really pick something, creepy and crawly and spooky and mystical.
Corona.
So I am
the creepy, crawliest, mysticalist beer.
Wait, what did you say?
Corona.
Corona.
Oh, well.
I thought you were doing an ad. Oh, sorry. You weren't doing an ad read?
No, but you totally stepped on my joke because I was going to say that I was drinking a Limerita.
Oh, no. It's the same thing. Did you guys go shopping together? What the hell? Why are you drinking a Limerita? Why do you guys not know how drinks work? What? It's crazy how they get both drinks in one. What do you mean? Why is it spooky?
So Carthus asks, what's the most kills one of you has had? Clearly trying to get us to say another number.
In a single game or
I think
career? Because both are pretty calculable.
Yeah, I think it's probably like 6, right?
In a single game, take a drink. Is it in a single game?
I
We've
think
never got that
I
high.
I
He
think
wants to
like
know both. Single
no,
game and all time.
yeah, I think like 6 in a single game.
5 is the max we've got on one show and in a single game. And then for a single night, I think it was about 11. I got Muscle V's never got more than 7. Take 3 hearty swigs for that.
I'm throwing the challenge flag on that. I think that is false.
Okay. You're just challenging it? You don't have
Well, we need
you just
somebody.
don't you just don't like the numbers?
We need somebody to do the instant review, the instant replay.
Pants man. I assume that's your job.
You know those commercials where you throw the red flag and then they do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
instant
yeah.
replay? Yeah,
I think
I
they're
threw my flag.
progressive. Yeah, I got it. You're challenging the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I was doing a sound effect for a rewind.
Yeah,
Not found.
this is instant replay, not rewind. It's not a VHS.
My-
It's instant.
Well, that's why the footage wasn't found, because I've been only saving these on a VHS. One tape that I keep taping over.
And I keep breaking it every time I rewind.
I keep forgetting and just doing the slow rewind, and that'll eventually ruin that tape.
Okay. Well, before we hear from you, Muscle V, on if you like Halloween, I will share that I am drinking an oatmeal raisin stout. I think I've jumped past spooky season already. I think I'm in kind of Christmas season.
That sounds disgusting. I hope you hate it.
What are you drinking? I wasn't listening.
Why are you not listening?
I was reading
oatmeal-
comments from our loving, adoring audience.
You're just getting into reading stuff. Great.
There's so many. Carthus is really into the commenting, which I'm all about.
Good. Oatmeal raisin stout. So think a cookie, but a stout.
I don't know how I feel about that, because it sounds like it could be a pretty good beer, but also like if you gave me that in cookie form, I'd be very skeptical about it.
You don't like oatmeal raisin cookies?
I don't like the raisin part.
What? That's the only reason oatmeal exists, I think. What are you talking about? Oatmeal and raisin go amazing together, especially in a cookie form.
Yeah, but I'd much rather have an oatmeal scotchy.
What?
It's a butterscotch and oatmeal cookie.
You can't say that like with a nickname affection. What did you say?
I don't know. That's what I was. Yeah. When I was growing up, my mom for Christmas always made.
She would make you oatmeal scotchies.
That's what they were called.
That's that. If you told if you told someone that, child services would be called. Take a big drink because we got no kills that round. What do you mean? An oatmeal scotchy? Well, sorry, what is it? I couldn't get past the name.
It's an oatmeal cookie, but it's got like instead of chocolate chips or some other kind of, it's got little chips of butterscotch.
I like butterscotch I think I like butterscotch brownies if I remember right. Also, a thing I only had as a child. Have not had it since. I don't know why that doesn't come up as an adult. Oatmeal feels like not the medium for it though. I feel like you'd lose the butterscotch too hard in the oatmeal texture.
No, the butterscotch brings that real sweetness, and the oatmeal is just basically a mostly flavorless delivery system for that sweetness.
So have you ever had an oatmeal raisin cookie?
No, I have. They're fine. My preferred oatmeal is going to be based on butterscotch, not raisins.
Yeah, like I guess if that's the case, I think I probably would also always choose butterscotch over raisins. I guess.
Let's take it to the fans. I'd like them to. I know we're able to do polls, but I don't know how yet. So just post in the chat. Tell us what you think. I don't think I'm alone in saying that oatmeal raisin cookies are not a very popular cookie overall. One of the worst.
Well, it's definitely way more popular than an oatmeal scotchy.
I think you're right, only because it's not a very common one. But I think if on a side by side taste
what
test,
popular means
on a taste test, no question, people would choose the butterscotch.
I agree, but I still don't think it's the right. I would rather just do a butterscotch cookie. Still,
I've never tried this, but now I suddenly really want to dip an oatmeal scotchy into some scotch and see how that flavor wise works out.
I mean, I don't think that would work. I would try it. I don't think that I would do an oatmeal scotchy and a scotch. Like I would go bite sip. I wouldn't.
Sure.
That wouldn't be
maybe
a
not the
Dunkaroo moment. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep this up because we are getting lots of feedback from many people, but really just one.
I don't
Uh,
love that oatmeal scotchy is part of my lexicon already. Like I'm in, it's again, you can't tell you can't offer that to kids. You just can't. I don't know what your mom was thinking.
Carthus says agreed. I'm not actually sure what he's agreeing to specifically, but then he says, and all of them should also include chocolate chips. Raisin is the worst option out of any, in their opinion. On par. This is actually, I think this is a war crime what he just said, but he says on par with black licorice. That's too far, Carthus. You've gone too far.
Raisins and black licorice are the same. Is that what he's saying?
I think he's saying that it's worse than black licorice.
That's
No, he's saying
that's
on par. That means sorry, that does mean the same.
yeah, you're dumb. That's fine. You're both idiots. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way black licorice is ahead of anything on the taste scale, especially in cookie form. Jesus Christ.
All
What
right.
a
Well,
nightmare
we
that
all
would be.
tabled this cookie discussion for actual Christmas time. Right now, we're still in Halloween time. It's a candy season, not a cookie season. I want to hear what y'all
Don't try to
are.
get us focused. Don't try
I
to
want to
keep
hear
us
what
on
y'all
track.
are on about when it comes to the Halloween
Yeah,
season.
that's a good point, Musclevy. What are you excited? Where you think the kids going? What are you guys doing? What's the haps? And are you thrilled about them?
Um. So last
Also,
couple.
before you talk, you'll be excited to know that my daughter now says the word delightful in regards to food.
Oh, that's a big word to say.
It's a
It is a
big
big word.
word. She says it
Well,
well.
Sophie hasn't even learned it yet.
I know.
What
It's
is it? What is it again?
delightful.
All I got was
Don't even.
all I got
We'll,
was
He's
we'll
stumped.
delight.
talk. We'll talk post show. We'll work through it.
All right, awesome. Um, yeah, the last couple of years we haven't really done anything. This year we
Yeah. So is the world. That's fine.
right. This year we have already done a trunk or treat. I don't know if you guys have done that.
I think we're gonna do one on Saturday, actually.
I'm a
Uh,
grown man without a child, so I definitely haven't. But I have nieces, and they've done it.
yeah. We're doing one tomorrow as well.
Did
Um,
you like it? Is it worthwhile? It doesn't seem that fun.
my
It
biggest
seems
con-
like the least fun way to do trick or treat. Like obviously it's fine for super young kids, but it
yeah.
it seems boring as hell.
So we did it at my wife's church, and for some
Seems like the
reason,
worst place to do it.
yeah, for some reason we got a lot of suckers. Like I don't understand why.
You
Because
cannot
it's a
call
church. Church
you
attracts a
can't
lot
call
of
the
suckers.
congregation that. That's not nice.
I was expecting more chocolate, and instead, we didn't get that much.
How much black licorice did you get though?
Zero.
Oh, that's a
That was
shame.
that was zero.
And so do you recommend the activity?
So we're gonna go tomorrow and do one from my son's daycare, and I will report back to see if that one was any better.
I bet you daycare is a little better. If they know what they're doing with little tiny with little kids. So I
Yeah,
bet you that'll be more fun.
yeah, but it's like I don't really care about getting candy for him. Like I want the candy, obviously, right? Like, don't think
Yeah, oh
about
yeah.
him when you're giving us candy. I think about me.
Yeah, definitely don't give out. First of all, don't give out suckers to very little kids anyway.
Yeah,
Horrible candy for a very small child. But agreed. Yeah, obviously the dad tax is very real, very important. People should be considering our needs.
yeah,
How many butterscotches were you offered?
zero,
Oatmeal scotches, whatever they're called.
zero.
That's a
Um,
shame.
I as
Really is a shame.
Yeah, as we know, I like Twix and Kit Kat and Snickers, and we had two Twix, one, I think two Twix, two Kit Kats, and one Snicker,
All right,
one
take 7
Snickers,
drinks for that.
Yeah.
and 500
Oh my God! Drink, drink,
lollipops.
drink, drink.
I'm a little concerned about your accounting. Like you know it a little too well, I think.
So wait, what did I don't know if you already said this because I was only half listening, but um, what is the costume your child is going as?
He's going as
Good question.
as a penguin.
Oh, Penguin's a good one.
Yep.
So far,
fine.
Carthus, I'm afraid nobody is going as Mitch Super Bowl champ Trubisky for Halloween. Sorry, I don't know what that. I don't know what that. I assume that's a joke, but I don't get it.
It is a joke. He's fine. Just move on. You know what? I'm up. I can move on. I can just talk.
Just move on. Yeah, you should.
I'm getting attacked. All right, that was a direct attack on me. That's all you have to know.
Everything I do is an attack on you.
No, the Mitch Trubisky comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone knows what you're doing. I needed to inform you what he was doing.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I'm like tepidly excited. I don't have any of the COVID concerns from years past, but we're pretty limited. Like our current baby bedtime is pretty early. Like we'll get to like 3 houses before she's got to go to bed, and that's going to be its own nightmare. So, and then after that, we obviously can't really like leave. So I don't know. I'm very like on the fence. I think if I was in your position, Pants Man, I would be pretty hyped for this year. I think.
Oh yeah.
I would
I'm
go
hyped
tear it
as
up at
fuck.
some bar and get super weird.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
So, geez, you are
now,
planning
now
going
what is
door to
what
door?
is your little one going to be dressed as?
It was a hand-me-down, so I think she is a cupcake.
Cupcake.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a food. I believe it's a cupcake.
It's just a shame that you don't love your child. You know.
It's not. I just didn't have any. We were handed down, so it was like, oh, there's a costume in there. She fits in it. This is great. I didn't need that much involvement, you know? It was just
No,
handled.
this is. I feel like this is the age where it's not that interesting. Like, put them in anything. In a year or two, they will actually pick their own costume, and it'll be like fun because they'll be excited about it.
That will be fun. And if we didn't have a costume and I was part of the committee to choose it, that would be fun. I would definitely choose something crazy. I don't know what though. How about you, Pants Man? What would you dress a very small child in? You got the whole world to choose from. What would you do?
I will say, being somebody who likes to costume himself, I would say that any costume I gave it, specifically a toddler that is basically too young to pick their own costume, it would definitely be a full family. Like I would be part of it in some way.
I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed how much I have to fight that urge, like buying clothes and stuff. Like we have 2 full family outfits already. That have no.
No.
I mean, one's sweet. I've somehow convinced my whole family, and by that I mean just little fews. We all have an Ultimate Warrior shirt.
Okay.
That's a pro wrestler, for the record.
No, I know. That's fine.
You know that?
No, I thought it was something else. I know. I thought it was. But anyway, I thought you were saying Ninja Warrior.
No. Although Ninja Warrior is super popular for kids.
Sure.
It's like a way to, expend energy. Very popular in our city. There's at least like 4 kid Ninja Warrior.
Oh, that's a drink.
Yes. Take a big drink for that.
I thought there was 5.
There might be 5.
It's another drink.
That's 2 more drinks, yeah. Wild though. Like my old boss's kid did Ninja Warrior.
Do you know how old he is?
Interesting.
He was old. He was in like just starting high school, I believe.
It's like,
okay.
like what, 15, 16?
That I think starting high school is like 13, 14, I think.
Yeah.
But
think
still,
that's right.
Wildly irrelevant. Takes 5 drinks for that.
Yeah. So wait. I will share. So to answer your question further, I will say this is actually stealing. I can't really think of something. It always comes to me last minute, the costumes. But I will say in this case,
that's interesting because you're the most costume obsessed person I'm friends with.
I know.
And you can take that as an insult. I don't care.
No, I would say there have been a few times I really planned ahead, but most of the time it's kind of like I haven't got any good ideas, and then I just pick a cartoon I like and do a cartoon. But I will say there is a costume my brother and his daughter did, which was actually quite cute, and that was the daughter was a cupcake, so she was dressed as a cupcake, and then they made the parents like chefs or like bakers, but then they used cardboard to turn the stroller into an oven, and it was fucking awesome.
Well, interesting. I think you already brought this up 2 episodes ago.
Really? No.
Yeah. No.
Sorry,
Like 90% sure.
sorry.
I think we should
That's all
drink
right.
for.
We'll just edit it out.
We should probably drink for like repetitive conversation.
Get the intern on editing it out.
Yeah, anytime the Pants Man tells a story he already told, we're gonna have to drink for that for sure.
Well, we've had 4 episodes about Halloween, so I don't know what you want from me.
Drink.
False. False. Last episode was about cults, but yeah, it was pretty close. 2 episodes ago, objectively just about Halloween.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this one's a little different. I just wanted to get your pulse before we got into things. I wanted to see where you guys were at.
Oh, I don't have a pulse. Because I'm a vampire!
What do you mean?
I'm a vampire. I'm an undead.
What,
I got pointy teeth.
like a skeleton?
You know I don't like the sun.
You're way too pale to be a vampire.
I think I just call
That's
canines, Pantsman. You have canines.
You have canines, yeah.
Well, that's a drink.
Yeah, take a drink for that. It's fair. All right. As we mosey through, we talked a little bit about costumes 2 episodes ago, but I do want to focus on that. I want to make them the focus of tonight a little bit more. So what we talked a little bit about what our kids are doing. What's the scariest costume you guys have been? And Mustafi, we'll start with you.
Wait, what's the question again?
Real quick, I killed a guy, but with a car. So take a
count.
drink, but doesn't count for our contest. Does count for drinking though.
What was the question, Jeeves?
What's this? Oh wait, you don't remember any of your costumes, right?
What was the question?
What's the scariest costume you've ever been?
By default, the beer mug, because it's his own costume.
the warm cup of beer.
It was the warm cup of beer. That was super scary.
That you went at, well, the scariest thing is that you reused it, and I know that we like partied hard in it the first time.
Of course I reused it.
And there's almost no chance you washed it. It's that costume material that I don't think you can put in a washer dryer.
It dissolves in water.
Yeah.
It's water soluble Halloween costumes.
It was my party outfit.
Yeah, but so when you were at the second
you know how
time-
we didn't really understand Halloween? Wouldn't it have been hilarious if in college when we went out dressed up and drank, if he just thought it was the thing we were doing, and like the following weekend in November we went out and he was wearing a stupid beer costume?
I was gonna wear that every day.
It's just what we do now. That'd be amazing.
It was so much fun last weekend. Why wouldn't we do it again?
Do you remember when everyone was talking about my outfit? They're like, "Oh, you're really wearing a cup of beer."
I got bombed by a plane. That was insane.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anyway, so is that actually your scariest outfit? Do you have any other contenders even? Because that's not that. I don't think that's that scary.
The other one is Ghostbusters, so I would say probably.
I think that's
right.
objectively scarier, right? Like you're fighting off. I mean, it's not like the craziest ghost, but it's.
Actually, we did go as mobsters. I think that was the scariest because we were.
No. You went in as a rabbi.
Definitely.
That was your rabbi costume.
Badass mobsters.
You were clearly rabbis. You bought the biggest brimmed hats. There was so much brim on those hats.
Mobster
It is
hats.
funny. You and Boo, because all 3 of us went as gangsters, and you and Boo objectively looked way more Jewish than me. I don't know. We all shopped at like the same place, I think.
I was Where's Waldo that year.
Yes. That was a good costume. Not scary, but a good costume.
It was a lot of fun anytime I saw people taking photos just to get in the background of it. That was my favorite part of being Waldo.
That was just your favorite part of any drinking night. You just had a good reason on Halloween. Sure. All right. Well, what was your scariest costume, Pants?
Well, I'm worried I'm going to retread ground. I don't remember anything I've said in any of these episodes, so I'm worried that I've already talked about these. But I will say, possibly, like, there's basically 2 answers. The scariest in terms of like what it technically was. I went as Death once as like a 2nd grader.
Jesus Christ! What?
I was really I really, really liked that movie, Bill and Ted Bogus Adventure or Amazing Journey. Whichever one was the second one where they meet Death. The names sound the same to me. I don't know which one's which.
Bogus Journey is the one I haven't seen. I assume that's the second.
Well, in the second one, if you haven't seen it, they die.
What?
And yeah, they straight up die in the movie. And Death comes to like collect them, and they have to like challenge it.
I know some people aren't that strict with the ratings, but you saw this in second grade?
This is like a goofy comedy. This was not like an R-rated movie.
Did your parents watch it ahead of time to vet that?
Oh, they never did that. No. That wasn't a thing they did.
So, I
These
feel
were
like
90s parents. No, it was very funny, and it wasn't actually a scary version of Death. It was like a goofy kind of funny version of Death. And it was my favorite character in the world, so I went as him, technically a goofy version of Death, which isn't actually scary. I don't think I really understood what he was and why he was should have been so scary. I will say in real life that the costume I had that actually scared people was I went as Beaker the Muppet one year, and I got a lot of compliments because it was a well done costume for a homemade costume, but it did look terrifying.
Accurate. Yeah,
it was horrifying to look at because it just, I don't know, man. Those eyes were really big and creepy, and
well, for one, like Beaker the Muppet's like 2 feet tall, and you were your regular goofy ass height, so that was pretty horrifying anyway.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. That was probably a scary costume.
Well, and a main component of that costume was literally a ski mask. Like that's how I made the cloth face.
You'll be excited to know that just tonight, my daughter was super hype about. I was doing a Beaker impression, and she thought it was funny as shit.
Let's hear it.
Meep 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 meep.
Oh, it's not even very good.
I mean, she's only heard Muppet Babies. She doesn't even have the full Beaker experience, but she was loving it. So, better review from her, which is all I care about.
Oh, you missed a yellow card. I don't know if you care, but there's a yellow card back there.
I'm trying to keep you alive, man. Will you relax?
I don't even like that band.
Wait, they got that one song. I like that one song.
Sure, everybody likes the one song.
That's all. This was I think, a 90s band, right? That's all that matters.
90s, early 2000s, something like that.
Yeah, same thing. Either way, one song was fine. On the roof. Oh,
yeah.
You mean of the bridge?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd call that a roof.
Yeah. There's multiple guys right there.
Yeah, that's my part. I'm just saying I don't think it's a roof. It's fine that there's people up there. It's just the bridge. It's like the main component of the structure.
It's the roof of the structure.
When you're driving on a bridge, you're not like, oh, I'm driving on the roof right now.
Well, you guys, I'm worried that just looking at our numbers right now, I'm worried we aren't getting a surge of viewers, and what? I'm worried that we're not dirty enough. We're not going to get that R rating on the YouTubes. So I'm just going to throw it out there. Soviet Union sucks. Never coming back. Baja Blast is the same thing as masturbation. That's what it means.
Oh, you're not supposed to say it explicitly. That's going to get us banned from YouTube. You're supposed to just imply what it means.
Mic dropped.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that was some old content, so we will drink for that. But you're right. We should probably delve into the main issue for the evening.
Wait, did you say your scariest costume?
No, I keep forgetting I exist. This is not good. This is not a good sign.
Was it a ghost? Are you a ghost? Is that your costume this year?
I just am a ghost. My scary costume is the rest of the year I portray Jeeves. So I don't know if this is my scariest costume, but it's pretty close and it's pretty funny. I got in trouble in 5th grade because I one time was chucking acorns across the playground, and I happened to accidentally chuck one, and it bounced and hit my friend in the eyeball.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it was from deep too. We're talking 30 yards away. It was crazy that it even hit him, and the fact that it hit him in the eye is wild. And it wasn't even the goal. I was just throwing acorns because I was in 5th grade, and that's a thing you can do.
Was it 30? Was it 30 yards or 30 inches?
Oh my God! Drink.
Drink. It was minimum 30 yards. Drink. But it's just it takes this crazy bounce, hits him in the eye. He happens to be bending over to tie his shoe. It's a wild scenario. He gets enraged,
Sure.
chases me around the playground. Fair enough. Grabs me and like a mobster throws me against the fence and then kicks me into the fence. It was very mob-like. I have no idea why he knew how to do that. And then ripped my shirt.
Jesus.
It was all fair. I was like, yeah, I threw an acorn at your eyeball. That's fair. It was, I think, the last time I ever cried too. I was like on the playground crying, and I was like, "Oh, this
What
is
age
all
were
my
you in
fault."
this?
Fifth grade, so I was like 10. I don't know,
Okay. Okay.
9 maybe.
I'm imagining this
And
happening like last year.
might as well. We got in trouble because because I made a scene. I don't know. But I was suspended or I was detentioned at lunch for like 2 weeks, which was horrible. In fifth grade, that was like everything. But the important point was my favorite shirt was ripped. And so I was like, well, I'm not going to throw it out. It's still a good shirt. So I used it for my Halloween costume as a werewolf that year. Wore the shirt as part of the costume.
Oh, well, that's actually pretty clever. Was that
Yeah.
your idea?
Yeah, definitely. There's no way my mom suggested that. There's no way she even knew I still had the shirt.
Oh, this was like a secret shame. You didn't reveal that you like came home and tried to sneak in so she wouldn't see your ripped shirt and just quickly changed out of it.
I mean, she knows I got, detention. It's fifth grade. I think the parents get told that you're not allowed to go to recess for 2 weeks.
What is the world coming to? Kid can't even throw an acorn without getting tattletaled by his school.
It took me like years to realize that like there was no problem. I just shouldn't have been an idiot.
When did you learn that lesson? Because every moment I've known you, you were still an idiot. So
About that situation.
oh, so you learned don't be an idiot, which meant don't throw acorns.
No,
Very
no,
specifically.
no. Once your friend rips your shirt and kicks you, don't cry about it.
So I do want to point out real quick that we both have 0 kills, meaning Jeeves, your one car kill didn't even count in the game. So we drank for no reason.
You know what? I only downed him.
So I think we drank because of your stupidity.
Well, we drink because we got no kills. We could drink for my stupidity, and we can move the F on. All right, we should jump into it though. So the reason we're talking Halloween is because it's almost coming up. But I'm worried that you guys.
I'm sorry. Did you think our audience was going to be like, it doesn't make sense? Why are they talking so much about Halloween?
We have no
I'm
idea,
sure they'll explain it at some point because I'm just on the edge of my seat.
the canonicality that people question. They question these things. They want to know. But the reason I've brought it up is because I'm worried about your guys' safety. You're going to be out in the world. You're going to be mixing. There's going to be all kinds of creatures and critters you run into. You know, be it a werewolf, be it death itself, be it a warm cup of beer. And I want to make sure that you guys are prepared for any situation you run into. Is that fair?
Very fair. You're a warrior. You're a mom that way.
I'm a worry warrior. I'm a worry warrior.
Sounds weirder when you say it like that.
But it makes sense because tonight you guys are going to participate in some battle trivia. That's right. We're going to be asking a strange amount of questions, and we're going to see how you guys fare against each other. Now, to make things not too crazy, we're not going to have a buzzer system. I'm going to let you guys go turn-based, but we're going to see what happens, okay?
Are there options to steal?
No. There's options to take.
What?
I think it depends on the question, but I'll probably give you if the other guy missed, I'll give you a shot at the question. I believe.
Yes. All right, let's do this, bitch.
Why have you stretched?
I never stretch. I keep my muscles very tight all the time.
You have muscles?
Well, I mean, technically, anatomically, yes, they are muscles.
I just want to point out we do have Blastoise on our chat.
Well, before that, we've got I'm nervous for this. And then they say, this is pure excitement. I don't actually know what they could possibly be talking about because I've been listening to this entire conversation, but they are excited. So let's move on.
Well, so we don't have our czar tonight. So you guys, and we can't take the czar title off of him without him being present. So Boo Boy, we hope you come back soon. But until then, I think tonight we're gonna do battle for for the holiday title. How exciting. It's a belt, too, so I will be mailing whoever wins tonight a belt so that you can carry it around to your place of work.
Okay, don't say you're gonna mail a belt if you're not actually gonna put a melt in the bale.
I will not put a melt in the bale, but I will definitely mail you one of my belts. No problem.
Oh boy, let's do this one quick, because oh boy.
Yeah, that was rough. All right, we do have to figure out who wants to go first. So, Pants Man,
I will
assume...
be the smaller person and insist that I go first.
Good.
Should we
That's
just
perfect.
You should just rock, paper, scissors for it.
That's okay. The Pants Man can go first. I already wrote down the order. Okay. Are you ready? You excited?
I'm not
Edge of your
ready. I
seat?
want him to go first.
Pants Man, this question goes to you. With the reemergence of the Addams Family in another TV format, I assume there's going to be a lot of Addams Families out there when you're traveling on Halloween night. In order for you to stop the Addams Family from taking over your life, you're going to have to at least know how many there were. So, how many Addams Family members were there in the original 1964 TV series? And maybe bonus points if you name them. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Are you saying cast members on the show, or are you saying members of the actual family with the last name Addams?
Members of the family from the show.
Okay.
Although I did find out while looking this up, Charles Addams spelled the same way as the actual
robot.
So that's fun.
Yes. So I'm going to say there were 6. There was Gomez and Morticia. There was Wednesday and Pugsley. There was Grandmama or Mama or Grandmama, something like that. And Uncle Fester.
So I am going to need a number.
I said 6.
Ah, okay. Well, you were close. Musclevy, chance to take.
Obviously 13.
You were not close.
How was that close to 6? By the way, so many drinks. So many drinks in this game.
Yeah, we did not talk about the game and the rules.
Are all of the questions how many?
There's more than I was hoping for when I started writing the game. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
So we're
I demand to know who the 7th, or well, I don't know how many you're saying there are, but I demand to know who were the members, because I think you're wrong.
I would have accepted 7 or 8.
And who would you have included in that?
You did not have Cousin It from the night. He made his debut in the 1964 television show.
Okay, but was he a main character? I thought you were saying main characters who were in the family.
At no point did I say that.
Oh.
I think you maybe gave a speech and said it, but that wasn't the question.
Well, I was trying to make sure Lurch
and
Thing weren't being counted.
If you just said 8, I would have accepted there was a dog as well. So I would have accepted that.
Okay. Dubious.
Yeah. Dubious, yes. Yes, so dubious that you failed twice. But both of you failed, so that's exciting. Musclevy, you weren't even close. I'm sure that they did hit 13 at some point, though. There's been a bazillion versions of the Addams Family out there. So I don't know. Maybe you'll run into 13. I'm guessing you won't run into any more than 7, though. So prepare yourselves. Okay.
So prepared.
Oh, there's 2. There's 2 out there.
Drink! Jesus fucking drink.
Jesus fucking drink. What a command. Do not order our Lord and Savior to drink, please. Could you not do that?
Your Lord and Savior.
You've already incited death tonight. Could you not also get Jesus involved?
My Lord and Savior is Captain Morgan.
Sure, sign of a good time. Captain Morgan. Captain on. Okay. Next question. Must be this one goes to you. I think... No, you mentioned House of Dragons. A better version of a clearly dead franchise is the Ring of Power. That, of course, is the Lord of the Rings world. I'm certain that even if you guys haven't seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies, you understand that in those movies there's one great ring, right? There's the one true ring to rule them all.
Yep.
Makes you invisible. I think that's its only power, but people act like it's very important. But you may or may not know this. Rings of power centralize around all of the rings that have, I think, secret abilities. How many great rings in the Lord of the Rings universe are there?
13.
Drink.
That is, drink and incorrect.
Darn. So close.
Pants man.
I'm gonna say 16.
You're closer, but you're also incorrect. There are 20 rings of power. 20 great rings.
Can we throw the challenge flag on that one?
I also
Yeah.
want to put the challenge flag on that one.
All right. Good. Google it.
Can you name all 20?
Yeah, well, they do some shitty things. It's like there's 9 rings of men.
Yeah.
There's 7 rings of elves. There's
Nope.
3 that
That's 7 of dwarves, but go ahead.
7, okay, whatever, close enough. There's 3 that just like one guy made.
Nope, 3
There's
for the elves.
Oh my god. Well, those fuckers. What's that put us at?
That's it. Wait, hold on.
Sounds like 13 to me.
Well, then
Oh,
there's
it is 20. I counted wrong.
okay. Okay. Well, there you go.
And then the one ring to the roll.
There's the one ring to rule them all. Yeah.
So it's 21 actually.
Oh, there's 20 total.
Yeah.
I feel like a damn fool.
You are a damn fool, at least. That's exciting. Okay, take it.
By the way, we have to drink 40,000 times for all of those numbers.
I know. I'm like looking through it. There's plenty more opportunities to drink too, and in not a very long time.
This is the best rule I've ever come up with.
Yeah, I know, it's this demonic. All right. So this round is a special round. Rather than being a question for each of you, I am going to propose this.
I just have to interrupt to say this is going to be the only game we've ever played where it's tied 0-0 at the end.
No. Thankfully,
the chat does want to point out though that they're right though. Both questions they did get right.
Who? What?
Cartoons got both right.
I don't. Did he answer after I gave the answer? Because irrelevant. Anyone can answer after I've said the answer.
I don't know.
Also, I don't see any comment where he said 20.
He just said, "Oh wow, I got both." LOL.
Oh, you're just taking his word for it. Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to get it if you're just gonna say I got it.
It's our fans. We had to take their word, right?
No.
By the way, I think this is a very clever episode. This is a very clever episode because we both are getting facts about just basic, simple facts about Lord of the Rings and the Addams Family wrong. The internet is going to take us viral just to destroy us.
Yeah, I hopefully it'll get worse too, but we'll see. All right, so this round, instead of being a traditional quiz question you guys answer, I'm going to propose a scenario. I want to hear how you guys would handle it, and I'll elect who does the best. That way, somebody's getting a point this round, which is very important because you guys
Unless we're both so bad you refuse to assign points, which is always on the table.
Not going to rule that out. Not going to rule that out at all. So there's a decent chance that while you guys are out Halloween night, you will encounter some people from the Stranger Things universe. It's one of the most popular shows for a very good reason. It's excellent. I know that you guys have both watched at least some of the show, which is good enough for the question. So what I want to know from you guys is if you woke up in the Upside Down, what would you do? The only thing that you need to know is that your friends are the little kids from the Stranger Things universe. Pants Man, please proceed. There is a shot clock, so don't think too hard.
I'm so uncomfortable with the idea that my friends are the
You're
children.
Also their age. You're also their age. You're back in time. You're like 11 or whatever.
Okay. Well, then
you're not a weirdo who's just friends with little kids. You're not.
That makes my intended. This is not my answer, but it was going to be my answer. My knee jerk answer when you said this. I was going to say I was going to fuck Vecna, but that's even weirder as an 11-year-old. No, that's not good. So instead, I think what would I do in the Upside Down? I
Let's just
think
real quick say, if you haven't seen season 4 of Stranger Things, potential spoiler alerts coming up. Who knows?
I don't think so. I don't think there are any. I just mentioning Vecna. I don't think is a spoiler.
Definitely not.
Nor is it it is a little bit of a spoiler that he's fuckable, but that's beside the point. Real piece of ass, that Vecna. So I think what I would do is I would let's be honest, I'm gonna die there. I'm just gonna die there very quickly. Very quickly. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna die. I don't have an answer beyond I will, because the thing they never bring up on that show is like, what the fuck was that little kid eating in that first season when he was trapped in that upside down? Like, what was he eating the whole time? What was this food source? There's no food in the upside down.
Really good question. We don't know how long it was though. It might have only been like 3 days.
I'm not a bad hider, to be honest with you. I think I could hide pretty well from the monsters in that show. I would hide fine, but I would starve to death, no question.
I do think he didn't particularly like, we know he huddled up in his fort, but like I'm sure he was making sound and shit, right? Like something must have been countering him. All right, how about you, Muscle D? So what will you do other than maybe just die and hide?
Obviously, I'm not dying or hiding because I'm gonna have powers that are greater than what's the chick's name? 11.
Sure.
I'm gonna have better powers than her, and I'm gonna go chasing that little fucker.
I'm sorry. Are you just deciding that you have better powers than her? Like, that was not assigned in this.
It wasn't assigned, but it wasn't.
I have so many questions.
It wasn't said.
What?
It wasn't said you can't have powers.
Especially because we established you haven't seen season 4.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Who are you going to chase after, and what powers are you going to use?
Well, I thought wasn't it season 2 or season 3? There was some monster or whatever.
There was.
Yeah, they waited to introduce a monster on the show until season 3.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go chasing that badass guy, kill him.
Oh, okay. What powers?
Whatever 11 has, just better.
What do you mean, just better? Like
More
stronger mental.
Yeah. More improved.
I think he's gonna die faster than me.
I do too. I think even if that's like true.
He's gonna run the fuck up on a legitimate monster, point his hand at them like it means something, and get eaten.
I'm not scared. Let's go.
Especially if the qualification is like it's better than 11. Like it doesn't have to be that much better even. Like it could just be a little more wind or whatever the fuck she does.
Well, no, but she like bleeds from her nose. Like I won't bleed from my nose. Like
oh,
you'll bleed from your dick.
Obviously, I'll be a man about it.
What?
That's what I said. You'll bleed from your dick.
Was that? I'm sorry. Was that an attack on 11 for being a little girl?
No, for bleeding through her nose while doing like the power stuff.
Like I'll be a man about it. She's literally not a man. Like that just isn't what she is.
By the way, neither are you in this scenario. You're 11.
Yeah,
old.
you're like I think an 11-year-old boy. Yeah. So I mean, even for the Gentile or the non-Gentiles, you're not a man yet, right? Doesn't that happen at 13?
That is true. I'm still.
And is that what the Jewish people prefer to be called, non-Gentiles?
I'm still a badass motherfucker.
Yeah. What is
You
your
are not.
What's your pronouns? What do you guys do? Or nouns?
Normal.
I like to be called by Baja or Blas.
So you. So you want people to refer to you guys as the normals, and what should non-Jews be called?
The not normals.
Doesn't seem problematic. Okay, Pantsman, you're getting the point, obviously.
Oh my god, that's insane. That's literally insane. No. I mean, you made the right choice, but I teed him up so bad. My whole thing was I will die in the upside down. I didn't even put up a fight. All I had to do was come up with the most minuscule attempt to stay alive longer than a kid who was willing to starve to death, and he lost. That's insane.
I'm throwing my challenge flag. I do not agree with that.
All right, we'll review the challenge. Denied. You did a horrible job. You get no more challenge flags for the rest of the game.
No, instant replay.
Yeah, instant replay it. You did horrible.
No, you didn't.
You said that you're not going to bleed from the nose when you use your powers. I don't think that's going to get the job done.
Yeah, but I have stronger powers.
Again, powers that you were just saying you have. That's not the game. You were sent there as yourself, but younger. There are no
I also
powers.
I don't like the way that you approach the situation. Like there's more than one bad guy, and you're like, I went up to the one bad guy and killed him. Like even in the seasons you've seen, there's multiple bad guys. You know this.
I'm not even sure what specific bad guy he was talking about.
I'm not either. I think
Was it the spider bad
I think it was
guy?
the big thing from season 2, I think.
Yeah, I think it was season 2 where they were in the gym or whatever.
Yeah. No, that's
Isn't that
season
season 1?
3. Yeah, I think are you thinking of the mall?
I'm
All right, anyway,
I don't know.
our viewers can go back and watch Stranger Things and realize you're an idiot no matter what season it is. Doesn't matter.
By the way, we've just tapped another opportunity for the internet to hate us.
Please write to us and tell us how much you hate Muscle B and all of his horrible takes. Don't worry, we'll get a couple more because I didn't think this game through very well. All right, let's just power forward. Pantsman, you've taken a commanding lead of 1. Honestly, that could get the job done. I'm not sure. I don't have any faith you guys will get any of these because I've already asked the easiest questions.
Look, all that matters is that we list many more numbers and get really drunk.
Don't worry, there's plenty more numbers. Honestly, you could rename this the number game. It would be very fitting. But this game doesn't this question doesn't particularly involve numbers, so Musavi will direct it at you. I don't know if you guys have heard. The internet certainly has heard. One Chris Pratt will be playing a Super Mario coming up.
Oh no! Wait, as a voice or as a live action?
Yeah, as a voice, which is actually the real problem, is because he's not even putting on an affectation. He's just Chris Pratt, but then you're seeing like the Mario avatar, which
That's
is really
weird.
it's really got people.
He's
up in
not gonna
arms.
do what's a me, a Mario.
He's not gonna do it's a Mia Mario. He's just doing Andy Dwyer, so it's gonna be interesting. And people are already very mad. But even more interesting is that Chris Pratt's pretty tough to kill. I don't know if you've seen him in any movies. He basically doesn't die. So I don't think you guys have any shot if you run into Chris Pratt. Your only shot is to actually distract him. So one of the things specifically as Star-Lord is he's super into music. So I think you guys can distract him by choosing one of his favorite songs. So can you, Musclebee, name any single song from the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2?
Oh no!
Oh man.
Take a drink.
That is a no. I cannot.
Oh, you're not even gonna just say words. You're just no answer. I will give you not. I cannot is not a song from the movie Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's bad. How about you?
This is bad.
I'm sorry.
The
What?
internet is so angry. The internet is so angry right now.
Yeah. Well, what do you got? You gonna take a shot at least? I would appreciate if you took at least a shot.
I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I know the general like.
I was just saying you both have seen this
Style?
movie too, right?
I know the style of the music. Like it's 80s, 70s. Like
I will even give you. I'll even if either of you can name an artist from the movie, I will give you that point as well.
I gotta tell you, that's gonna be a challenge. The only song that's popped in my head, and I'm almost certain it wasn't in the movie, but the only song that's even available to me in the world, the only song that I know exists right now is
Kill.
My Girl.
My Girl.
Pretty sure it's not in the movie.
This is not. Musclebee, would you like to take a shot at any of the artists in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, since I didn't really present you with that option?
Lizzo.
Jesus, you really don't understand the prompt.
No. Do you guys want me to go through any of the songs, or should we just move on?
I would say move
I would
on.
like at least a shot at naming an artist.
Okay. You have that?
Marvin Gaye? Don't know, man. Just don't know.
I think that was you're thinking of Volume 1, I believe. There is no Marvin Gaye in Volume 2.
We were
At
talking about
least-
Volume 2 this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I thought Volume 1 would be too easy.
It would not have been.
I now wish I gave you the option for any of them,
Oh,
including
man.
the Thor Love is Thunder soundtrack. I really fucked
Can
up.
I
overestimated you guys immensely.
I am so excited to hear just list off the song and the artist really quickly. Just as
Sure.
you have to do all of them, but just as many as you can get through.
Mr. Blue Sky, Electric Light Orchestra, Fox on the Run Suite, Lakeshore Drive, Alita Haynes Jeremiah, The Chain, Fleetwood Mac, Bring It On Home, Sam Cooke, Southern Nights, Glenn Campbell, My Sweet Lord George Harrison, Brandy, Looking Glass, Come a Little Closer, Jay and the Americans, Wham Bam, Hang-a-Lang from Silver, Surrender from Cheap Trick, Father and Son from Cat Stevens, Flashlight from Parliament, and Guardians Inferno, The Sneepers featuring David Hasselhoff. I think it was a specific song for the movie.
Sure.
I think.
Yeah, no way I was going to get any of those.
But you could have. That was 51 minutes of movie. You guys didn't get any of them.
I didn't like the second one.
Well, irrelevant. You saw it.
I did see it. I was only half watching, I'm being honest.
So I will
Come at me,
say,
internet.
I will say, if anyone has a chance to go to Orlando and go to Epcot, they do have a Guardians of the Galaxy ride that is pretty badass.
Great. Sure. Have fun if you guys are in Florida.
This is not the theme park episode. Let's wait till next summer to get into the theme park episode.
Guardians of the Galaxy related.
You're Guardians of the Galaxy related.
Yeah, idiot. All right.
What if I was Star-Lord, but I had like better powers than him?
He's even better at things.
Like he's half a god, I'm a whole god.
Great. Perfect. So you'd just be his dad.
Yeah, I'm Star-Lord's dad. Twice as good.
Great. You still would not have got that question right. I don't believe.
No, I would not have. That is correct, sir.
All right, Pants Man, we'll direct this question to you first. I think you're gonna really like it. You're a big fan of the show Dragon Ball Z, correct?
Oh, Jesus. Fuck. Go ahead. Just ask the question.
Obviously, you would never have a shot at killing Goku. That would be crazy. You're nowhere near powered. Even if you were 11 times 11, you would not be able to take Goku on in his current state. But he's got a less skilled best bud. His name's
Broku.
Krillin. That's right.
I like Broku better.
Broku. So my question for you is, if you're gonna kill someone, it's probably Krillin. How many times has Krillin died in the Dragon Ball Z series? And that includes I will accept either the canon form or how many times he's been killed in like alternate reality episodes.
2 canon, 5 alternate reality.
What? I'm sorry. Wait. Say that again slower.
2 for canon, 5 for alternate reality.
Oh, you're very close. It is 3 canon, 5 alternate realities.
What? You didn't give him a chance to
I didn't
steal.
even get a chance to steal that one.
Because you got one of the 2, which is all I cared about. You got the point.
Oh, I got the point?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wait, what were the answers?
5 was an acceptable answer. 3 was the other answer.
Oh.
Yeah, so you did great. Shocked stunningly in a Dragon Ball Z question.
That is a upending answer to a question. Fuck.
The most unlikely of scenarios, the scariest of scenarios here on Halloween Eve.
A scenario.
A scenario. I would say that now going forward. Ooh, all right. Lovely. I'm landing. Okay. So, next order of business. Muscle V. Actually, we're on a battle question. Are you guys ready?
I was born ready.
The responsiveness to that really screams ready. All right, this will be interesting because one of you's prepared for this a lot, and one of you's just better at thinking. So I'm curious to see how this goes. So Musavi, we'll start with you, especially because you got the experience.
Okay.
So if I was to put you in a plane and fly you over an island, and you were gonna have to kill at least 100 people, what's the first thing you would do?
Crash the plane.
You're jumping out of the plane. Sorry, I didn't specify that.
Um. Okay, so you're jumping out of a plane and you have to kill 100 people on an island.
But you don't have to, but that's the goal. The goal is to kill 100 people and hopefully win the game.
You're just talking about Warzone.
We're talking about Warzone, yeah. That's right.
Okay, what's the first thing
Good
you would...
for you, buddy. You cracked the code.
Oh yeah, think
Wow,
about it a
this
lot.
is this is why you guys suck at this game. He can't even come up with an answer to this thing he's been playing forever.
No, I was trying to kill someone.
He was in battle. He was in battle.
First thing I would do to try to kill 100 people is obviously get on a helicopter and start killing people with my chopper.
What do you mean with your chopper?
With
I
the
need more
blades.
details.
I would be landing on people with my blades.
It's like I mean like I know what we play, but like helicopters are not tall enough to do that. Like
Are you talking about like
Pe-
real life or in Warzone specifically?
I'm talking about in real life, in real life.
So okay, so that changes a lot of things.
At no point did I specify in Warzone.
I mean, I would get a gun, go to a populated place, and just shoot
What do
bitches
you,
up.
I need way more details. What do you mean you would get a gun?
I mean, I don't know.
What are you saying you would do?
There's no loot on the ground. There's no boxes to open. What are you talking
No,
about?
this is just a regular island.
There's got to be guns somewhere hidden.
If it's just a regular island, why are we tasked with murdering people?
Because it's I don't know. You're mad that there's not guns littered about the island? That's your problem with the scenario.
Even in Hunger Games, they were given weapons. Like you're
No,
giving us.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Were they?
Yes, they were.
I don't remember.
That's like a main point of the thing. They're competing for weapons. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
How else do they kill each other? Isn't like one of the main imagery from that movie franchise like her holding a bow and arrow?
Yeah, but does she
They don't give her the
Fine.
bow and arrow.
You think she makes a bow and arrow out of nothing?
I assume she fletches.
Jesus.
All right. I'm sorry. So you're mad that there's not weapons scattered. Do you guys want me to scatter weapons around the island? Would that help?
I'm mad at your question. It is stupid.
I'm not mad at
Well-
your question. I do want weapons scattered about though.
Okay. Muscle, you have weapons scattered around. Continue, I guess.
Yeah, I grab a legendary weapon and I go around murdering bitches left and right.
Which legendary weapon?
An assault rifle.
That's legendary to you.
Well, they've different assault rifles that have different like
Pants
levels.
thinking like Excalibur. You're like, oh, give me a regular assault rifle. I can just probably buy a Walmart.
Yeah, he didn't mention there is a Walmart fully stocked on this island.
All right.
Jeeves had no
Is
kills
that
game.
the whole? Is that your whole answer? Just grab a legendary assault rifle and have at it.
No, I said go to a very populated place and start killing people left and right.
I'm really gaining so much insight into why you guys are so bad at this game.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's not the game. The game would be a different strategy, but it was clearly defined that it was not the game.
For the record, the game is not a different strategy.
It's not the game. It's a real world scenario where there's an island scattered with guns and ammo.
All right, Pantsman, you've correctly criticized him enough. What would you do?
All right. I would immediately take whatever cover I could find, a tree, a house that's abandoned, whatever I can hide behind to protect myself. I would be aware of my surroundings. So whatever part of me is exposed to the world, I am looking that way. I am going to grab all the weapons, whatever weapons I can find and carry, And if I find a better weapon that I can't carry both, I'm going to toss the lamer weapon, keep the better weapon. I'm going to be stealthy and real sneaky. And I'm going to, rather than going to a populated area where I'm exposed and anybody can shoot and kill me, I'm going to try and sniper kill as often as possible and just kill people. Again, even though we're talking about a real world scenario, I'm assuming these are video game people. These are not real people that I'm murdering. Yeah, I would kill them as quietly and as quickly and as unnoticed as possible.
I love that your strategy for if you're in the Upside Down or if you're on an island where you could kill people starts out the exact same. You're like, let me hide. let me not
Nobody
be seen.
scattered the upside. If anybody scattered the Upside Down with loose weapons, I would have lasted a little bit longer. Well, not really, because I would still starve in the same amount of time. So either way, I was going to die Upside Down.
Do you think you'd be a good sniper?
Yeah, you need a lot of skill in sniping, wind direction, all that stuff.
Really?
I don't think you can just sit there and snipe.
Heavens! I'm not claiming that I am skilled and capable at any of these things. I'm saying this is the strategy I would employ. These are the things I would try.
So this is tough because I think Muscle V you would last less long. But I think your strategy is probably more sound. You did say legendary weapon. Obviously, you get points for that. And Pantsman said he would hide first. That's not enough time to get all the sweet loot that's been forcefully dropped around the island, despite how I wanted this to go. So I don't know. I think Muscle V's got the best shot.
I just want to clarify. When I say hide, I don't mean like go into a hole and stay there. I mean take cover. And like if I'm exposed when I'm running from one tree to the next or whatever, I'm going to move quickly. Like if I see there's ammo or there's guns, I'm going to grab them as quickly as possible. I'm just, as soon as I've got it, going to take cover wherever I can.
That's a good clarification, but I already gave the point to Muscle V.
Yeah,
so
I think Pantsman dies in the first 15 seconds.
It does probably, I probably agree. He'd panic.
No, I would have been dead long before that first 15 seconds is over. Don't get it twisted.
All right. So this is so far the score is 2 to Pantsman, 1 to Muscle V.
That's right. I got a second point somehow.
Yes.
The Gokus or whatever.
Yeah, you know the Dragon Ball Z question. That's right. I think we're gonna make this our last round. That's clearly the way this is going. So, put on your battle boots. This is it. Get focused. Get locked in. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Sure.
Pantsman, Muscle V, are you ready?
Sure.
Can I get some gusto, please?
Sure.
Give him the gusto.
I'll take Pantsman's gusto. We'll just have to deal with it. We'll just work with that. All right. I don't know if you guys know this. Walking Dead is on its final season. I hope we see some Walking Dead costumes out there. I hope you run into some walkers, some biters, some survivors. I hope you run into it all. In order to know how to deal with Walking Dead's current state, you need to know about its past. I think probably both comic and movie form. So Pantsman, in The Walking Dead, who outkicked their coverage? Who made it to season 2 who shouldn't have, according to the comics? Which character? And if you haven't seen The Walking Dead, just pick a name, I guess.
Oof. That's tough. There are a couple names I'm thinking, but I'm going to say Glenn. The Walking Dead?
Okay. Oh, Glenn. Okay. Incorrect. Muscle V. Chance to take.
Daryl.
That's an interesting one. I don't know how to score that. Daryl's not in the comic. I don't know if you guys know this.
So, I mean, I think I win.
I think according to the letter of the question.
Wait, what was the question?
I said who shouldn't have made it to season 2 according to the comic?
That's interesting because technically he shouldn't have made it to season 2, but he also shouldn't have been in season 1. So
right. Yeah.
That's
I
Can
think
we do one more round
Okay.
and see if I can get closer without going over?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that
Okay.
that works for me.
Because I have the other name that was in my head as a possible answer, and I don't know the comics at all, so I could be very wrong.
Okay.
I'm going to say Curl.
Carl.
Coral.
Uh, Carl Grimes?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Carl Grimes definitely should have made it to season 2. He is in the comics.
Okay.
The correct answer was Shane. Shane
What?
dies. What? I gave
Never
it to
mind.
Muscle. I gave the point to Muscle B.
That
I
that
keep
that
forgetting.
was what's his name's friend, right? Rick's friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I didn't remember his name, but I was gonna say Rick's friend.
but spoiler alerts. Not long gone, but holy hell, forgotten. Jesus Christ. What's his name's friend? That's how you call Rick?
Yeah. The show went
Yeah,
downhill
yeah.
fast, so
It
Okay, can we have a tiebreaker though?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We actually have another question before the battle question. So
All
yeah,
right.
we got plenty of opportunity. Don't worry.
I thought you said this was the last question.
that's what I thought
No,
as
this is the
well.
last round.
Oh,
Rounds
Jesus
end
fuck.
in a decision question.
Oh my gosh. You're the worst. I hate you so much.
This wasn't even the original. The original format was so much worse. You would have absolutely hated it.
I think
Anyway.
your greatest talent in this entire show is making it seem like we're about to be completely done with the episode and then be like, oh no, we're almost done with part 1 of my 25-point game.
Yeah, so anyway. So there's a good chance that you guys again, we've already talked about it a little bit, but there's a good chance that people will think they're funny and they'll be dressed as our least favorite virus. Oh, sorry, that was not the question. That's not it at all. They will be dressed as our least favorite plague to our future. You might see some global warming out there. Obviously, we can't combat global warming directly, but we can try to attack the countries that are being really, really making global warming worse. So, for you guys, I think everyone knows which country is making global warming the worst just by sheer number. But I'm challenging you guys to give me which one is per capita causing global warming the fastest. So I've got 10 countries you can choose from. Which countries have the leading CO2 emissions as of 2020? Muscle V, give me your best shot.
Say the USA.
Hello?
Did you die
No,
in real life?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Are you talking to me or him?
I was talking to Muscle V because I don't hear.
Okay. Muscle V, buddy, you with us?
Yeah, I'm
Is
still
the
here.
show over?
You guys hear me?
I still see the live feed.
Can you hear it?
Let's find out.
Hello?
Can you
Hello,
guys,
Internet.
can you guys hear me?
It's so good to speak to all of you. Kind of heard you.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Do you want to keep playing?
You legit disappeared. What the fuck? You just show up and be like you were gone for 20 minutes and you came back with, I'm still here.
Oh, yeah, guys.
I just
I'm
ignored
fine.
you for 20 minutes.
I was talking the whole time. I said USA.
This is per capita.
That was his answer. Don't.
Okay. Just making sure. Because USA, of course, is number 2 total, but per capita, they are not in the top 10.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Pitts, man.
So,
I feel like you gave out information that was unfair to share at that time.
Which, I
he
mean,
made it pretty clear in the original opening what this was about.
He also would have known that it wasn't, like I said, they're not top 10. The fact that they're number 2 is irrelevant, I think.
I this is tough. You know what? I'm gonna say Saudi Arabia.
Shit. You got the number 9 per capita. Good work. Saudi
Okay.
Arabia, 16.96 per capita. That's a shitload of CO2 emissions. I have no idea what the scale is, but it's happening. So, well, congratulations, Pants Man.
What do you mean?
You got the point. You named someone in the top 10.
Oh, I thought you'd give him a chance to there's 8 others that would be a better answer. I thought you'd give him another shot. But that's okay. We don't have to belabor this.
No, it's okay. I don't think there's a good chance he will, so we might as well give him a shot. Muscle V, chance to take back what should have been yours in the first place. Would you like to take another shot at one of the top 10 leading CO2 emissions per capita from the year 2020?
Oh, you didn't say 2020.
I did.
Yes, he did. He 100% did.
I was thinking 2022. Nice. What about China?
China is the number 1 total, but not per capita. Not even close.
Ooh.
I got the 1 and 2.
You get the 1 and 2 of not the question. That's correct.
but you didn't have the question right. That's your fault.
I did start doing a different question. I will give you that. But I corrected, and you did horrible. Pants Man did good. You could have said the top 10 was, of course, Palau at 55, a commanding lead. Qatar, New Caledonia, which is definitely a country, I guess. Trinidad and Tobago, then Bahrain, then Kuwait. You could have had United Arab Emirates, which is probably the most guessable one. Brunei, and then Pants Man got Saudi Arabia, or you could have said Oman at number 10.
Okay, out of those 10, I really want to know how many you pronounced correctly and how many you didn't.
We've already pissed off the internet enough so far.
I think I did okay, especially for being in Midwest America. I think I did.
There's an interesting wrinkle in this game that I was not anticipating that I wish I'd noticed sooner. From the Peanut Gallery, we've got Cartouche saying, "I can hear him."
Oh, interesting.
So I guess on the YouTube feed tomorrow, you're going to find out what the heck he was saying.
That has happened before. Sometimes he cuts out. We can't hear him on Discord, but he does show up on the feed.
It's also possible you guys may not be heard, though.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We're just mid-talk. It's great. I think the feed could hear us.
Great.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
So anyway, upgrade your tech, and you know what? Throw in a ticket to our intern, the villainous Tupac sodas. What the fuck's his name? Tupacs. Maybe he'll get that shit fixed. I don't know, sometime 2 years from now, if I know IT tickets like I think I do.
Can we request
also, we have to drink so much just by saying his name.
Yeah, I'm requesting new machine as well, new PC machine.
Oh yeah, just drop a ticket into support. I'm sure he'll get to it.
Sweet.
All right, Muscle, you did horrible. We don't have to get into the last one because that would only tie things up. Pants Man, I think you get the holiday title belt.
Woo, you know,
expect a belt in the mail.
I love Halloween. I think I'm safe in saying that at least among the three of us, I like Halloween the best.
Yes.
So I feel real good about this one.
Muscle V, I assume you're going to cry your head in shame. You might not even want to go out to your party in public. I don't think it's going to be worth it because you're going to be so embarrassed for your performance tonight.
I'm not embarrassed at all. I've thrown all my challenge flags. I expect them all to be reviewed by the league.
Yeah, you failed the challenge.
Muscle V, I really want, at this party you're going to, I really want you to go in costume. Are you planning to go in costume? Just real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Wait, what's your costume going to be? Did we already talk about this?
Warm cup of beer, guarantee.
No.
What's the costume?
As my son is going as a penguin, my wife and I are going as zookeepers.
Wait, your kid's going to this party? I thought he was...
No. As a family costume, this is what we're doing, but we're just going to wear the zookeeper.
Oh, you're still going to be zookeepers at the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a much better costume for you.
Super weird thing to do without the kid. You're two zookeepers?
Doesn't make sense. I don't even know what that is. But no, I've got a much better costume for you. Go dressed as yourself. And then when people say, "What are you?" just stick your hand out at them. And when they're like, what the fuck are you doing? You say, I'm 11, but I have better powers because my nose isn't bleeding.
I see nothing wrong with that.
About as good as your costume is.
Clearly,
Plus, you get to eat Eggos all day.
clearly a winning answer.
Well,
Clearly not.
what? Clearly a losing person.
As we all know, when it comes to survival, I'm going to starve is the right answer.
All right. We need to get out of here. Clearly, we've lost it. We hope you all have a great Halloween. But before that, Muscle V, what do you got for us? Great.
It's not a trick question.
That's what I got. That's what I got.
Great. Thrilling. Pants Man, what do you have?
Cartoon.
What would Boo say? What would Boo Boy say?
Oh, I'm gonna go for Halloween. I'm gonna go as a guy that's high.
And I want to thank all of you if you somehow managed to stick with us tonight. I think we struggled a little bit, but at the end of the day, I think most of you are ready for the Halloween world. I just want to remind all of you that before you go challenging an 11-year-old, make sure your nose doesn't bleed. That's the only way to beat him. Till then, Cod Daddy's out.